I can never thank my brothers of the inner bar enough for this great privilege, which they never tire of showering on me. We all love you and respect you, my lords. The credit is yours that we continue to thrive in this profession. The credit is yours that the nation continues to survive. It is a credit to you that as great as have been your contributions to the cause of justice, you do not feel that your work is done and that you can now take your rest. The nation is caught in one long midnight, and as the lamp flickers in your hands, you must call to mind the biblical injunction. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring judgment unto truth. Those who hate the lamp that you hold will do all that they can to extinguish it. You judges of this generation are not appointed to rest. You are in the same position in which the Apostle Paul found himself when he declared that he had been all things to all men, that by all means he might win a few. In his own words, to the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. But that was not the view that the orator Tertullus held of Paul when he appeared to prosecute him before the governor Felix. He said, "We have found this man a pestilent fellow and a mover of sedition among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes." We do not agree with Tertullus. Paul goes down in history as the greatest of the apostles. In much the same way, generations to come shall appreciate the sacrifices of you judges to save a nation in which nothing seems predictable. You must not despair. It is you who give us hope. As great as are our sacrifices as lawyers, the sacrifices of you judges are greater. That is why we feel indebted to you. That is why our duty of respect for you is unqualified. To speak of you as you hear me speak is not to say that you are perfect or that you have nothing more to do or to learn. I acknowledge that we do not have a perfect judiciary. I acknowledge that we still have a long way to go. It has become fashionable to criticize and condemn you judges, but those who do so do not know you well enough. And how can we see well to remove the speck in your eyes when we have not first removed the beam in ours? We, all of us, have fallen short of our obligations to the nation. Dictatorship would never have taken root in our country if corruption had not first permeated every department of it. So we are all guilty. We are all implicated. We should consider ourselves remarkably fortunate if the calamities that have befallen the nation can be blamed on one man or one institution. As for you judges, my lords, I bear witness to your sacrifices. Many of you have little or nothing to show for those sacrifices. If the wealth that some of us have acquired have brought us under suspicion and may witness against us on the day of judgment, it is the poverty of some of you judges that is the proof of your patriotism. If you are misunderstood, if you suffer condemnation, it is because that has always been the lot of those who lead. As judges, your place is in front. Take it and stay there. It is you who show the way. When your place is in front, you will be the first victims of the dangers that assail the nation. Be strong. I'm quoting from the Bible. Be strong and of a good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. You judges are in the remarkable position of deriving your authority and independence, not only from the Constitution, but also from yourselves. The judiciary is the one arm of government with the potential to expand its own power through the work of judicial review. The law is what you say it is. Say it. The power of judicial review is necessitated by the federal structure. Federalism requires an institution such as the judiciary to identify and check non-compliance by the federating units. The dominance of one political party, as is the case now, has tended to weaken Nigerian federalism. It has virtually eliminated the opposition. This dominance by one political party makes the work of the judiciary more urgent and important. When there is no opposition, the judiciary must be strong. It must be alert. It must be innovative. It must defend the law and the Constitution, employing every inherent power and sanction of a court of law. The framers of the Constitution would never have entrusted the judiciary with the custody and control of the Constitution without at the same time vesting it with the necessary jurisdiction and power to protect it at a time of mindless corruption. As I said before, it is midnight. It is you judges who lead in this darkness. At such a time, you must be bold, you must be courageous, you must be honest, you must be innovative. The criminalization of politics means that you are the hope of the nation. If the electoral process continues to be dominated by money, if violence and ethnicity continue to prevail, if the checks and balances instituted by law have been eliminated or have ceased to be effective, if all the structures for accountability provided in the Constitution are brazenly ignored, then, in that case, we need a judiciary that can assert itself. Do so now. Do not fear, nor be afraid. If this generation does not appreciate you, generations to come will do so. Generations to come shall look back and wonder how you were able to save a nation so totally lacking in moderation. It has been said that as long as the nation is rife with corruption, we should not consider ourselves a democracy. The hope of the nation is the judiciary. The hope of the nation is in the judiciary to remove this cankerworm of corruption so that we can have a genuine democracy. What that means is that you judges must be enlightened. You must spiritualize yourselves. A good judge must be holy. Whether the nation remains godless depends not so much on our priests and pastors and imams, but on you, our judges. The men and women of God have taught the lessons they ought to teach. It remains for you, judges, to punish disobedience. By the appropriate use of punishment, you have the means to compel criminals to give up crime. That is why it is said that a nation is as good or as godly as its judiciary. It is for this reason that some people blame not the politicians, but our judges and magistrates for the fallen state of our country. As long as our country remains as it is, it shall be a judgment on our judiciary. For some time now, thieves in our country have been stealing more than they need in the hope that they can share some of their loot with their prosecutors and judges. There is no greater insult to you, judges, than that sort of mentality. And so when criminals of that sort are arraigned before you, you should prove to them that you are implacably and irreconcilably opposed to their conduct. From the beginning, this profession taught you to take one side. Take the side of God. Take the side of the nation. Take the side of truth. There are sacrifices to be made. Make them. I know that for many of you, a life of commitment to truth has meant poverty. Offer that poverty as your sacrifice to God. We are building a nation of righteousness. We must give up our former ways. And the judiciary is a vital and indispensable partner in that effort. It is through the work of the judiciary that we shall know whether or not the nation is failing or succeeding. If the presidential system has failed, if it is failing, or if it has serious defects, it is through the work of the judiciary that we shall know what remedies to apply. It is through the work of the judiciary that we shall know what remedies are available in the Constitution, either as it exists or as it can be amended to be. I can go on and on, but these are things you know. May the Lord bless you as you continue to serve. And I appeal to the nation, begin to pray for the judiciary. We are not going to help our judges by condemning them. If my emphasis is on God, it is understandable, because at my age, I think I'm beginning to peep on the other side. May the Lord bless you. Our hearts are with you. Please. Again and again and again, I say, may the Lord bless you.